directly between these two now. Dazed Clan is their sights set up. They want to look at like the second, third seed. So we're going to see how it shakes out here on Live Fire Strongholds.
My favorite map, and honestly, one of the most stressful modes that you could really play on this map. It's so easy to absolutely lose control here, but we're going to follow Chocolate from eDivided, who's going to try to get this A into the hands of eDivided here, possibly for a triple cap, but it's the teamwork that comes through from Dazed Clan that takes him down. A does go back into their hands.
Yeah, and we're seeing here, like, this fight over Shield here is looking pretty hectic. Like, it's all going down in that kissing screen, and we are yet to know who kind of came out on top when it comes to the power there, but it does look like eDivided came across as winners in the slaying department, and that could lead to them flipping C and pushing B here.
Yeah, exactly what we want to see is something fall into the hands of Dazed Clan, but eDivided has the answer here, but Brawling has the sniper. He's got 3 bullets to work with. That 1 bullet that he needed to reload there does come through. A sniper shot hits. That's 2 down for eDivided. They need to capitalize off this damage and push up and grab something for themselves.
Yeah, and like Brawling here coming around with, you know, the Lucid pair, you know, the old... Heatwave sniper combo. I mean, Heatwave, underrated weapon, finest weapon in Halo Infinite by far, and you know, really putting it to work. I mean, they've been able to get themselves on board now, up 15 and closing to within 30 here, which is basically nothing on strongholds. So we're going to have to see how they're going to be able to hold it off. And the gap from Brawling. Oh my god, just a bit of style on the end there to get himself not quite the killing spree, but almost.
A swish and flick, and he flies right off the map, but B is still being contested here, not quite falling into the hands of eDivided yet, but we do end up winning this fight. 2 fall for Dazed Clan as B falls into the hand of eDivided. Bandit does end up living here.
Yeah, and it does seem like he's the only one, so he has a big job here, just slowing down this push and trying to live. Just living around here could be enough, but unfortunately, he is finally sniffed out there in Rat Tunnel.
35 to 61. Dazed Clan has A and B right now. We need to have this set up and hold this set up. Sniper up in just a few short moments. We're close to tying up this game as A falls back into the hands of eDivided.
Yeah, I think here, like with this C push, it does seem relatively desperate here from Dazed Clan. Oh wait, no, sorry, my apologies. Dazed Clan have now got themselves full control with Step going down on C, and these staggered spawns could prove a big problem here.
We definitely want to see Dazed Clan hold on to something, but eDivided is just holding on just a little bit stronger. Inside's back B, trying to play their life, making sure not to get repulsed off or even kind of seen right now. One here in our house window, he gets that 1 shot there, but it's the team shots that come from cross map that take him out, and eDivided still has this game 78 to 54.
Absolutely, and I mean they're definitely planting their flag here at the start of this one. I mean, coming in as the underdogs and really kind of they feel like they need to put a flag down early in this game, and this fight over Overshield could be big. Like, there does seem to be a lot of support here for eDivided to go for it, especially with so many down on Dazed Clan. And not only are they going to get themselves the Overshield, they're also going to cap A and probably pressure a trip cap here. Oh, unfortunate there as the Overshield goes down to the small green, and wow, that push just came to an end real quick, and Messi's going to have to be very careful here. He's going to want to have to hold on to C, because if he gets collapsed on, they're going to be chasing this game a lot.
Yeah, the scoreboard not looking too different from one another, but eDivided just puts themselves where they need to be at the right time. A repulsor play again coming through back B. He has one repulsor in that back pocket, but the killing spree is cut short. We can't get any further as Messi takes a boatload of grenades here at the B hold there, but it's in size here. Picking out one. Now one down for eDivided. We see A almost swapping hands into Dazed Clan, but just as we know before, eDivided is where they need to be at the right time.
Absolutely, and I think here when we're looking at Slays here, I would say that Dazed Clan are maybe edging it a little bit. Like it does seem pretty even, but it's just the coordination, the teamwork, like playing off each other that has really kind of come to the fore here. And it looks like this week 6 is just around the time that this team have started to gel and move together and really kind of like put themselves in the right positions to take advantage of the enemy's kind of weaknesses.
Exactly. A great point made by Delta. It's 145 to 60. eDivided is just map control, map control, map control. That is what we are about right now. But right now, Dazed Clan has that AC, but eDivided once again swoops in to take that A. It's almost like we're not really focusing on where these spawns are happening. It's all just a bunch of chaos at the moment. A bunch of fights, a bunch of elbows being thrown at Overshield, but it's still it's still eDivided Messi who picks up this overshield, but an unfortunate sticky comes through. The overshield is wasted, but eDivided can afford that. It's 145 to 87.
Absolutely, and they came out on top of that that exchange with 2 down momentarily there for Dazed Clan. But now with them getting control of C, like this fight here on B could be big for the remainder of this match, as it looks like they won't be able to prevent this cap in the first place. But there are plenty there to assist in the take later.
Dazed Clan picking up B and C, bringing their 90 points up to 100. But it's not over till it's over, Delta. It's the timing here has to be perfect. The sniper shots need to hit here, but two divided. BC still in the hands of Dazed Clan. Can we keep this sniper and keep the enemy team back long enough for us to score? We're going to be just a little overzealous for this triple cap as we lose B and C.
Absolutely. And hey, last week we saw a 250 to 247 strongholds right here on HRL, and it was something to behold. And I believe it was maybe about 150 plus advantage that was brought back to just 3. So anything can happen in strongholds. You know, the time keeps ticking. It don't stop.
It don't stop coming and it don't stop coming. You know what I'm saying? And B is falling back into the hands of eDivided here, bringing their 150 closer and closer to that end mark. Overshield up in 8 seconds as we go for the triple cap. We do end up losing a player there. Brawling takes down Bandit, and C falls back into the hands of Dazed Clan.
Oh no.
We need to see B take over from Dazed Clan here, but Overshield needs to be picked up. The nades are coming through. It's a mess here.
Oh, wow, yeah. Though that timing really hurt Chocolate there, and I can't believe he managed to get it in the end. A lot of hard work put in by his teammates to keep him alive and allow him to pick that overshield up. And now this fight on A, if this is done, I would imagine a trip cap could be on the way if Chocolate's able to pick these 2 players up.
You were right. It's not over till it's over here, and it's getting closer and closer as we toe to toe here at B. One player falls, but it's Chocolate because there's a teammate back B to help out Bob, even though he does get taken down. eDivided has A and B. 146 to 156 here as Steph falls. We need to see more teamwork here to fall in and do more damage here, but eDivided is still having, I mean, a chokehold on this map.
Yeah, and I think it kind of like when 146 to 177 is basically a tie at the moment. Very good trigger discipline here from Chocolate to isolate the fight that he wants on bridge before taking on tower, but unfortunately Dazed Clan wise to his tricks and able to push out into B. Now there's a contest there coming from Shady side. Bandit's
Oh,
just
oh
being
no,
a little
no.
stinker here, waiting for his buddies. And this could be a very big hold. Oh my god! Just a
Oh,
what a
oh.
snipe from Blitzkrieg, and that it was needed. I mean, 3v1 on the map at the time. Pulling out that snipe really could have like saved his team quite a few points there. Although these spawns are getting pushed pretty awkward now, like with the enemy team here pushing up towards C. So like we're seeing here now Messi, who had been blocking A as well, kind of able to almost get that for free and pushing through Rat Tunnel here. Like, could decide to play spoiler on C, but wisely decides it's B. B is the hill he needs to work on.
And I mean, great knowledge from Delta here, and it works here. We see B fall into the hands of B and C, but Messi here just trying to put out that damage, not trying to be too aggressive to lose that overshield, but it's the team shots that come through. He does end up losing his life here, but B and C still in the hands of Dazed Clan, bringing this closer and closer. Just when you think eDivided has this game by the horns and is running with it, it just the tables turn, the scales tilt, and it falls
How
back
the
into the hands of Dazed
turntables,
Clan.
Steph.
Exactly.
How the turns table, and 4 down for Dazed Clan, and this is looking very dangerous. Could be at least a 20-second hold here, and with some decent positioning here, like kind of predicting a push down short or not short cuts. You know, really kind of like slowing down the enemy's push here. And if they're able to win this 2v1, then I just don't see a way back in for Dazed Clan. It's going to be a very desperate kind of push here to get any toesies on those hills. And unfortunately for them, they're just getting picked up off a spawn. And yeah, I mean, they get someone to A, but is it going to be enough?
It just might be enough to distract here. We have A and C. The focus will shift here. Dazed Clan needs to be very smart, play almost perfect Halo here. Choose what they want to do. Backsmack doesn't come through, but the shots come through here. But we have teamwork. The nades come through, the team shots, the double kill. This is what we need, but eDivided still had that map control close enough.
Absolutely. And hey, look, last time around, we saw a good couple of decent plays with the QT now, and I'm just looking forward to seeing players zoot around the map and just take fights when they want, how they want, when they want, because it allows you to be so much more aggressive when you know that you can go back somewhere safe after all is said and done.
Yeah, and now with the QT up, I'm interested to see how everyone starts using this, how it comes into play for our matches alone here at Halo Rec League. Everyone here, you know, plays this game, you know, their own way at a certain point. But 2 down for eDivided. Messi here left by themselves a little bit in our blue utility, but it's a 3-3 game, Delta.
Absolutely, very tight here at the moment, 4-4 now. As we see, they're kind of going tit for tat here. But 2 kills out here from Dazed Clan, giving themselves a bit of breathing room with the Blitzkrieg and Brawling kind of like combo, kind of working to just push them over the opponents there when it comes to kills.
7-6. Dazed Clan having a little bit more control over the teamwork that we're seeing from them right now. As we see Bob pick up this heat wave, it's got 7, 6, 5, 4 bullets left in it. We need that damage to be, I mean, capitalized off of. With the QT coming up in just a short few seconds, you think that would have been a kill there, but that was a big win. It's 9-9.
Absolutely, and that could, like, for a moment at least, give it a bit of breathing room, because it looked like things could have gotten a bit out of control for eDivided, but that kind of steadied their ship. Yeah, they had someone else go down, but it was definitely kind of one of those moments where you could have seen a swing turn into a team wipe and having control over that QT. So yeah, big play there to win.
On board with Bandit. It's 12-13, but we're in favor of eDivided this time, but it's still a 1-kill game. It could be anybody. 1 kill here for eDivided on Blitzkrieg. A definite strong slayer you want to take out. We want to see the right rotations coming out of eDivided to take this 15-point lead even further and possibly even see a spectacular out of them.
Yeah, I mean, eDivided here kind of showing across the board that, you know, hey, two BRs beat one BR. They are out assisting the enemy team by a hefty margin, and that just means that they are coordinated. They pick fights that they like. They pick unfair fights. That's what you want. You don't want a fair fight. You want to go 2v1. You want to go 3v1. And unfortunately, there, Bandit found themselves on the receiving end of that. You know, 3 BRs beat 1 BR.
3-1. I mean, I'd hate to be in that gunfight. It'd be a messy situation. On board with Messi, let's see what situation he can get himself into as he finds himself caught up with Yellow U here, pushing our back yellow base, but it is the damage from brawling that takes him out. We're on board with Blitzkrieg now, and I'll pass it to Delta.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we're seeing two Slayers kind of really step up to the plate here. We're seeing Brawling 7-2 and 5, and we're seeing Steph Seps 7-3 and 4. And I believe we may have a DC. I'm not sure there. We did see a little bit of someone bringing in a new meta, sprinting into a wall. So we'll just see if that's more rechargeables.
22-19. Look at Steph's stat line. Steph has been, I mean, I don't know if he or she, but the way it's spelled made me say she, but I've been kind of paying attention off the side here, the way that they've been playing this game, not really giving up a lot of their lives here, but both teams playing pretty similarly on this map of Aquarius. It's still a 1-point game, 24-24 as we tie it up. The trades come through.
Yeah, excellent play with the QT there. Completely changed the angle on your opponent. They have no idea where you are until it's too late. So yeah, excellent play there. Great to see the quantum translocator in use.
I think that's one of the first times we've seen it in use this game alone, but on board with Insights here, bringing the game to a 27-27 game. The pace is going to change once again as we see Dazed Clan take the lead. We have Bandit trapped back Fridge, but we have the respawners back blue base. If our teammate here, Insights, pushes out alone, we could see him fall, but 2 fall for eDivided as Dazed Clan push up and do a lot of damage here.
Absolutely, and Insights needs to get somewhere safe. Unfortunately, caught out in blue court. Oh, great stick there. Oh, and he knows it, just tapping that wall, letting us know. And that was just a fantastic stick there that really kind of opened up that team fight for his for Dazed Clan. Like, I can see here now that that things are getting kind of out of control here for Dazed. What do you think? I'm in favor of Dazed. My apologies.
No worries. 35-32. It seems like eDivided plays strong, but it's now Dazed Clan who's kind of adjusted to the playstyle of eDivided. You can see that Dazed Clan has really started to finally work together a bit more. Not a lot of like alone fights happening. More assists coming through on the board for Dazed Clan, but there's still a lot of assists for eDivided here, but it's a double kill for Blitzkrieg. The most damage here that we want to see out of Dazed Clan needs to be from everybody. We need to have this map control.
Yeah, absolutely. I think here, like, even though you're on Gen's side, like, eDivided are very much on the back foot here, like, when it comes to map control, and they're just in hell at the moment in yellow base because they don't know how they're going to be able to push out. Like, I think here they're just kind of slowing the game down quite a bit, but, you know, I still think that, you know, it's a bit like too little, too late at this point, with a full team wipe coming through from Dazed Clan, using that sandbox control to their advantage.
As you say, 2 fall for Dazed, 3 fall for Dazed Clan here, but it is the answer from Insize here, getting 1, getting 2, a double kill. Can he get that triple kill? He does end up getting it, but it's a teammate that ends up getting that last winning kill for Dazed. All right, and we're gonna get right into it. I do have Delta back. I was a little nervous there. I'm a little codependent on him tonight. I think I've fallen in love, but we'll talk about that later. I feel like that every time I cast with someone new, it's like there's just a spark there. But Brawling is going to take down another teammate of eDivided, allowing Dazed Clan to take hold of this first hill as we get into King of the Hill on Streets.
Absolutely, and I can't wait to see how many Spartans start kissing under that shroud screen now after the new meta has been established earlier in the stream.
If you're not kissing, you're not shrouding. So if you've got a shroud shield, you better not let me down, because that's how I feel here. But Dazed Clan losing control of this first hill, eDivided collapsing, taking down Brawling, someone hanging out their back red room. Insize just trying to figure out when to poke here. One meeting him in arcade. Chocolate does a little more damage than Insize once, so he pulls out of that situation here. As eDivided falls down to 2 teammates, they do put a little time on this hill for themselves, but Dazed Clan pushes together as a team to take this hill back for themselves.
Absolutely, and some great patience there from Insight, waiting for his team to kind of come around him to start his own push, and it really paid off as they were able to wipe eDivided off the hill there completely, and have basically stolen it away for themselves here.
The first hill falling into the hands of Dazed Clan, but Blitzkrieg left with that hot dog weenie cooker. A person after my heart. This was my favorite weapon here. We could use this weapon to really, entry frag per se. You put out a lot of damage, but we're going to use it to possibly do a little bit of damage for those rockets coming up in just a few short seconds, but it might not be needed as 3 fall down for eDivided.
Yeah, and a bit of an omen here from matchup past here. Dazed Clan did take King of the Hill Streets in their last matchup against eDivided, so like it could very well be the case that they are more kind of well suited to the high pace of Streets as a team. I mean, they do have some called Blitzkrieg in their team. They're gonna be fast.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good one. Streets being one of my favorite maps here. It could be a little stressful at times because it does tend to snowball from you, but we saw that Dazed Clan gave up just a little bit of time to eDivided for these rockets. We have hot dog weenie cooker in our back pocket. We've got rockets here, and now we've got almost a full hill under our belt for this second hill here in the subway station.
Yeah, things could get messy, though, as he is trying to get into Commando, but unfortunately, I don't think he was able to make that jump, and all 4 down again for eDivided. This is rolling out of control. I mean, as soon as these rockets go down, the tick is going to be happening again. Like, I mean, he's had those rockets since the start, Bob, and, like, yeah, I have not to use them particularly.
It's all about the patience, and this game is all about the teamwork. So being patient and having that teamwork is what's working for Dazed Clan here. We've got 2 hills under our belt. We're gonna play a little aggressive here. The pace is gonna change for Dazed Clan as a killing spree comes out of Bob. Trigger 55. We're going to want to see this momentum keep, but eDivided, no matter how many they fall down short, they do end up trying to put as much time on the hill as they can. Rockets up in 5 seconds.
Very much seeing a mouse and keyboard player on display here, flicking almost 360 to get that back smack onto his opponent. I cannot believe what I just saw. And another great shot there from the Rockets, and clearing out that hill. It looks like things are getting a bit trivial here for Dazed Clan.
Brawling, no matter if he's alone or as a team, he's gonna try to put as much damage and get as much hill time as possible, but he does end up being taken down due to being by himself. But Bandit, again, being caught alone here is twofold for eDivided. Dazed Clan puts more time on this hill for themselves, but Steph has that red rifle here. We get one with the grenade, but the damage doesn't come through with the red rifle, but 3 still fall for eDivided, and Dazed Clan almost takes this third hill for themselves.
Things getting very disjointed here for eDivided, very divided in this electronic game for them. And I think that we're seeing that in the slays here. I mean, all of them almost have the same amount of deaths at 11, and they're just getting slayed out completely, and they're kind of drip feeding into the enemy here. Things are this could be over very quickly.
Yeah, one of these things where it's almost like a steak-tacular for King of the Hill. Dazed Clan knows where they need to be at the right time for one another. The teamwork that has come through for Dazed Clan has shown up and shown out, especially on this map and mode here. Brawling with the Bulldog doesn't quite get to use it yet, but we do see it switch hands. We switch to Steph, but Bob with the hot dog weenie cooker puts out the damage, takes them down. As one falls down, we almost see the second one fall, but it is Chocolate that has that Bulldog choosing to fall backwards, putting some time on the hill for eDivided. Let's see what we can get out of this.
Absolutely, and we are seeing some steam and weenies here with this with this play being done with this with the hot dog weenie cooker.
You know what they say, they love the steaming weenies here in Halo Rec League, but you know, Inside's, again, picking up that hot dog weenie cooker. It's like being at the gas station, trying to pick the right hot dog off the grill there, but we find 2-3 from eDivided, turning this into a whole meal for the family to enjoy.
Absolutely, and they are going to feast on some steak here. Like, I mean, I know you don't really get steaks here. I mean, flawless victory. I mean, unbelievable stuff here from Dazed Clan.
TV,
I mean,
he is my duo. I mean, I want him to be my duo. Everybody at him on Twitter, harass him for the rest of his life and tell him he needs to love me. But Messi starting this game off strong with a double kill right off the bat, getting another one down for Dazed Clan. 3 fall for Dazed Clan. eDivided just trying to deny ball time, and the shock rifle here to Blitzkrieg.
What a start here from eDivided, letting themselves be counted here coming into game 4. I mean, after a very, very difficult beatdown. Like, in fairness, that one was relatively quick, so you can kind of maybe put it out of your mind and just focus on this one here. It might be a little bit easier, but, you know, off the rip, Messi's just like, yeah, we want a game 5 too, yeah? We don't want to end on recharge. We don't want to end with people having to watch our stream in some weird way through, like, Observer. We want this to go all the way.
We want this to go all the way, and so does Messi as he gets 1. Maybe getting himself 2, but Bandit comes and swoops in there, picks up the oddball, bringing this 14 points on that oddball, as I believe both of them are going to fall down. Chocolate Bandit down. We have a one-shot human being, I mean Spartan, sorry. Blitzkrieg is just trying to play his life, ring around the rosy. Oh my gosh, he moves his body like a cyclone. He moves his body like a cyclone, but Messi had the answer there, denying any ball time to Dazed Clan. eDivided still has 14 points on this ball.
Absolutely, but I've got to say that little magic show there definitely put Messi on the back foot, causing him to die for the first time in this game, and hope that it's not some sort of omen moving forward in this match.
The only omen I want to see is me shouting omen when eDivided takes this game and giving us that game 5 that I want so bad. But Dazed Clan having that time, 18 points on this ball, 3 falling down for Dazed Clan. eDivided denying any more ball time. Steph throws that perfect nade here, does end up taking down Bob. We need to capitalize, pushing off this damage, but Steph takes that unfortunate team shot here as Bandit picks up the oddball.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, this is going to be very important, that death here, because it doesn't really allow them to get a comfortable setup on A. And we're seeing here Bandit getting pushed from all, or in all sorts of weird directions. And down goes Blitzkrieg and Brawling. And, Steph needs to win this. And they do, but, you know, not a favorable position for them here. Her teammates are coming to a rescue, but maybe too little too late? I'm not sure.
It's just a little too late. As 2 fall for eDivided, Bandit drops that oddball, hoping not to get, peeked and poked out, but seeing that kill feed, Bob takes down Bandit. Messy left by themselves here in our orange pipes, but 20-35 in favor of eDivided. We see 2 fall for Dazed Clan. eDivided pushing strong and pushing together, taking a further lead on this oddball game.
Absolutely, and Steph's in hell there, but getting up to heaven, good strong position. The only problem is now that they're a 3. I believe that Messi was being very careful and proactive there in playing by the door, being able to toss that ball out into pit and kind of allow his team time to spawn up. Now, this is very aggressive. He must have gotten a call that say that these two are very hurt, but unfortunately, it was just a bit too aggressive. I mean, 14-4, you're gonna have the confidence to go for it, right? But maybe just a bit too overconfident when it came to those kinds of odds there.
Messi looking like Kim Possible on this map. What can't this person do here? But it's allowing eDivided to take this oddball game and play with whatever they want here. But taking down Messi there, allowing themselves to open up a little bit of ball time for Dazed Clan was good for them. But eDivided is doing what they do best here, pushing together as Messi grabs the oddball. It's Blitzkrieg who gets a back-to-back double kill here. Smart big brain plays off of this camo, but choosing to pick up the ball, he does get sussed out. He shouldn't have picked up that ball there. Maybe
you gotta read the patch notes, friend. You're known now, I mean, that's been the case for quite a while. And luckily okay, yeah, it got played, thank God. That would have been a little bit awkward. But now with 2 down on each side, we're just going to see a lot of maneuvering, a lot of posturing, just trying to get a favorable position to get that ball moving.
Let's get that ball moving. And Brawling has my favorite weapon of this map. Gets himself a perfect just for me. He knew I wanted it. He gave it right to me there. But 11-8-8. Playing just like we need for Dazed Clan. But it's still 39-55. Steph and I believe Bandit here choosing to pick up this oddball, but the nades come through, the cross mapping comes through, but everyone seems to be regrouping. One thing that eDivided is so good at is really regrouping and coming back to support one another.
Brawling could play spoiler here. Very strong position, and he can push through red pipes, and yeah, it's like it's over. I think that's him there now up in... oh no, he went down. Apologies. Things went quite a bit fast there for me. I'm an old man. You gotta give me time.
We've got to give him time, and it's been 84 years, but Brawling is playing like his pants are on fire here, choosing to peek and poke at the right times. We put out some damage, which allows 2 to fall for eDivided. The ball here in gold pipes, we do meet 2 players here in eDivided here. 2 fall for Dazed Clan off of this push. eDivided is still 70-39, as I believe it's Chocolate who picks up the oddball.
That was a bit ambitious, I think. Being alone there, I thought he was going to try and toss it out, but it looked like he had a player collapsing in from bat ledge there to put an end to that.
Oh, and Brawling picks up that shock rifle, but doesn't get to use it as he is taken down. Bob and Insights are the last 2 alive for Dazed Clan, just desperately trying to get as much time on this oddball as they can. The team bait and switch happens, but we need to get Bob out of here. He is weak, but Insights falls down. Bob needs to play this smart, but 3 fall for Dazed Clan, and once again, eDivided takes the oddball.
Yeah, they're a bit split out here, I think, but I think they should be able to get these final 20 points if all goes well. A push here coming from Bob Trigger. Gonna need some hero nades to stop this, which don't look like they're going to be there. And StepStep's just putting themselves in a position that is, you know, very difficult to damage and works out in their favor. 1-0. Here we go. Can't wait for round 2.
Hopefully the Halo gods want us to have that game 5. Everything is on that game 5 situation. So the game's going to be sweaty as a little bit of self-nading comes through. Insides from Dazed Clan picks up this oddball, choosing to go back gold pipes as we usually see the teams do here. But knowing they're kind of singled out, choosing to play the ball here is smart to rotate to their team.
Absolutely. And honestly, I've got to call out a star performer here. And that star performer is Recharge. We are seeing this match. And we haven't seen a single glitch yet. And my God, I hope I haven't jinxed it. But, I mean, top drawer stuff, you know? Top drawer stuff here from Recharge. Just playing as you would expect a game of Halo Infinite to play. And a great kill here. Oh, triple kill from Brawling. Absolutely using the fixed Recharge Observer to show off a perfect 3-kill there.
A triple kill, but you know, I'm a big fan of a killing frenzy, and that's exactly what I want to see. But you know who shows a killing frenzy every single time they show up, Delta?
Who's that?
Sozer. I want to shout out Sozer, producer, observer, and the love of my life. I love Sozer. He's funny, he's smart, and he literally can do every single thing. And he is really a huge backbone for this Halo Rec League that you are watching today. So big thank you to Sozer for giving us these games and a star production here. As we're on board with Blitzkrieg, who has the oddball for Dazed Clan, putting 37 points on it for their team here. A great start for Dazed Clan because we know how strong eDivided can play, especially when they play off of Messi.
Absolutely, but all 4 down here now with Camo coming up, like could be a big moment here for Dazed Clan in this round 2. But it looks like Bandit may have sneaked it. Now, was he able to burn it? I don't know that there was enough time there. But ball being played, and as all 4 go down for Dazed Clan, Chocolate, last person standing. And yeah, wow. Very, very messy start here to game 2.
Well, hopefully someone brought a broom and a dustpan, because it looks like Dazed Clan is trying to take this one and reverse sweep. We want to see Dazed Clan really play off the momentum we've seen from them, but it's a tied game right now. 2-2 still alive here. Shock rifle up, denying it to Blitzkrieg. A killing spree, a perfect killing spree off of our player here, Chocolate. As we pick up the oddball, eDivided is finally getting their first points on this oddball.
Yeah, and getting it up to heaven. I think they're just gonna get maybe a couple of seconds here, and kind of. I believe their spawns will be coming in A, so like it's not too risky of a play to leave it up there on ledge on heaven. But Blitzkrieg here pushing in through Whirlpool. Don't know that they're going to face a lot of opposition early here. Just messy by the ball, and Bandit going down, and Chocolate coming in. With the reinforcements from Cap, but a bit too late. The ball is rotated to red pipes.
The ball has been rotated. I mean, the perfect timing coming through for Dazed Clan, like Delta said, allowing them to take this second round and almost just tucking it in their pocket and running around the map with a constant thrust saying, na 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 boo boo, because we're almost to that point where it's kind of a no return situation here. eDivided would have to play perfect Halo for them to even catch up to the points that Dazed Clan has here. But as we creep closer to that end result here, Dazed Clan takes this round 2 for themselves, and we get to see a round 3 of oddball. And like Delta said, thank you, Recharge, for behaving.
Absolutely, like, you know, great old map here now. Behaving like it should, and seeing here off the rip, Chocolate, like they had some very good start strats here. I would say now, a bit strange to not check bitch box there, but so Chocolate able to pick up basically a free kill, or at least contribute to it. and really put this camo to work.
I'm telling your mother what you just said. As we're on board with Chocolate, who has the camouflage, we're choosing to put out damage. We see one Bat Ledge. We see one here at Needles, but we haven't sussed out Camo. We do end up getting one. The nade damage comes through. Camo does put out the damage, though, but for Dazed Clan, it's 2 down. eDivided getting the first points on this ball here, and it's all about the beginning of this game. We missed the melee. We whiffed the melee as we meet 2 players of Dazed Clan taking out eDivided's tank player.
Yeah, and I think here, yeah, just once again, excellent play from Messi in this game, taking it by the scruff of the neck and just really like showing out. And unfortunately, his team does fall down in gold pipes. But, you know, they are facing elimination, and they're going to need a lot of plays like that from Messi to be able to break the setup that Dazed Clan now have.
Bob Trigger holding this oddball here. I like what we're seeing from both teams. Everyone kind of has that divided oddball time. We're all playing OBJ here, but we've tied the game up, and Dazed Clan even taking the lead here now as Bob still holds this oddball. We need to see what we saw from Dazed Clan last game. We need to see the teamwork, but we see a little bit of damage come from eDivided, but Steph does end up getting taken down. Bob is trying to figure out where to rotate this oddball. Chocolate takes down Bob, but 2 fall for eDivided.
Yeah, that was a very messy push here. Unfortunately for Insights, just gets caught out while he was on his own, trying to get that. Oh, no. Brawlin, not realizing that he had a grapple in his back pocket, tried to pick up the camo, but unfortunately just whizzed away into the corner and was picked up by eDivided. Now eDivided just looking to get some time here, praying for spawns in A to back them up, but it looks like they're going to have to play that ball into pit as the 2 remaining have gone down, and the spawners are now pushing towards control to maybe deny any ball time here for Dazed Clan.
Not sure who picked up the camo there, but Insize did pick up the oddball, now tying this game up here. We do see get cut off here with Chocolate. Chocolate taking a little bit of damage, but it is Insize who does end up falling here. But I believe it is eDivided who is once again pushing as that team. But the nades, the team shots are coming through. Dazed Clan still down some players here. eDivided choosing to kind of, you know, play that defense situation. We have that little bit of lead here. We want to make sure we can get this set up.
Yeah, and it's getting very sketchy here from both sides. Like, I mean, Dazed Clan just want to get over the line, but eDivided are facing elimination in this final round from the series. So they're really putting their putting the pedal to the metal and trying to just get as much done. As we see Brawling here, chasing down Steps, who in fairness managed to milk quite a lot of time and get that ball somewhere undesirable before being taken out by Brawling. So excellent play there on their side. And, you know, this long haul kind of D here, like, you know, it needs to be quick if they're going to catch them out in batteries. And it looks like they've been bought that kind of time here. Chocolate picks up the camo, wins their fight, and is now up on bridge. Gonna look to isolate a fight here, hopefully with Brawling. Finishes up the kill, or at least put some bullets in. And now with Bob Trigger there, isolated and on their own, no idea where that's coming from, and goes down as we go into the final knockings of this oddball game. 80 points on the board now. Brawling kind of trying to sidestep the Whirlpool aggression, and just as the camo runs out, Chocolate's able to get out of trouble and put the shots required into Brawling. And yeah, I mean, things are really heating up. 7 seconds now required, and I can't wait to see what they're able to put together here to deny these last 7 seconds, because I don't see it happening.
Chocolate on a killing spree, which is very good, getting the damage down, picking up that oddball here. That was those winning kills here, but the nades are coming through. But it is that teammate that does pick up that last ball. securing eDivided,
Knows what they
this need to do to win this game and secure them this series. They're going to put themselves in a little bit of a hot seat where they need to win next weekend as well.
Absolutely. And, you know, if eDivided can become eUnited, we'll see a lovely 50-3 scoreline at the end of the Slayer decider. A little bit of HCS kind of lore coming in there. I'm not bitter as an EU fan. You know, I'm not bitter.
Well, it's like licking a Nintendo Switch cartridge. He said he's not bitter, but Lord, it does taste like it, huh?
Yeah, well, if it, like, you know, if it walks like a duck and talks like a duck, you're probably on acid.
You're probably right, but we're on board with Blitzkrieg, who's probably not on acid, which is probably good for the situation because Dazed Clan is 8-2. Blitzkrieg has this overshield doing the damage, bringing out the pink mist, but not enough needles out of that needler there to do damage. We do end up getting taken down. Overshield doing enough damage to get Dazed Clan to that 9-point mark and taking the lead in this game.
Yeah, and like, yeah, we're seeing things kind of settle down a little bit here, you know, getting back to a more sane scoreline, but like things are hectic here. You know, a lot of hard living, a lot of hard dying going on early on, as they just seem to be brawling as much as, like, you know, as much as like kind of setting up or anything like that, as we see them come back in 11-10. Messi here going to the bridge, trying to pick someone out from a big door, but no one's peeking.
No one's peeking, but Overshield is about to peek its little head out in just about 5 seconds. Messi's catching himself here with Brawling at our dummy door, but Brawling gets one. The other teammate gets Brawling taken down. Bob securing cuts here, making sure no one can pick up Overshield, but I do believe it is Blitzkrieg who secures the Overshield for Dazed Clan. Once again, 14-12 in favor of Dazed Clan. We need to work off this Overshield, but eDivided is answering to it with 3 players.
Absolutely. Like, this one's going back and forth quite a bit. Like, these two teams are just swinging. They're just swinging for the fences now. Everything's being put on the line. It doesn't necessarily feel like the most coordinated, the most kind of, you know, pure kind of Halo, but it is very much like just a street brawl, as we're seeing eDivided coming back up, putting 2 into the death screen there, and bringing themselves within 1.
Sniper up in 4 seconds. Brawling denying the sniper to 1. 2 down for eDivided, but we didn't push up to grab that sniper. Still available for anybody's picking, but we're on board with Brawling, trying to go in for a little bit of flank action here, but I believe it is Steph who's trying to pick up that sniper rifle. I believe one shot is fired into the sniper, or out of that sniper rifle, but Steph gets taken down, but Bandit is right there to pick it back up. eDivided has taken this game and tied it up now, as we see in the kill feed. I believe that was a trade.
Yeah, and it looks like they're maybe looking to assert more presence and control around the map here, as they're taking up good positions up on tower. But saying that, down goes Bandit, and that sniper, I don't know where it went. I think a plasma just went off next to it. So, you know, if anyone's able to pick that up, you know, they could very well. Oh, it was in the hands of Messi, who went down. But fortunately, Bandit back up off the spawn, picks it up, and puts someone into the drink. Mind the gap.
I love the repulsor plays on live fire. It's great utility. We love to see it. 2 grenades in the back pocket. 2 repulsors also in that back pocket. Bandit has the sniper. We're going to see 1 fall for Dazed Clan, but we need to just use these 5 bullets we have left in this sniper rifle to really peek and poke and take this game and run with it. As we see them do 1 shot, we missed here. We need to reload the sniper rifle. We lost the sniper rifle. It has switched hands into a star player for Dazed Clan. Brawling.
Yeah, and hopefully now, with this in hand, he'll be able to kind of stamp his authority onto this game. We have seen a lot of like big slaying performances, not so much in this match so far, But oh, unfortunately, gets absolutely caught out there. Messi able to take out that lurk there, and they're winning this team fight. That's a desperate dive down there from Blitzkrieg. A bit aggressive and maybe punished for it, but oh my god, they're coming around. They've completely swung this again. What is happening? 3 down for eDivided in a flash.
3 down, and we're on board with Bob, who is just trying to stay alive, but eDivided does find it. This game is toe-to-toe this entire time. It's a little bit of a different story here than we saw in our first game of Live Fire. We're still a 1-point game.
Yeah, neither of these teams want to go home with or losing in the game 5, and I mean, boy, they're showing it here. Everything's being put, like the pedal has gone to the metal now, and both teams are just trying to say, look, we're just better, and you know they're going to try and win it on their skills alone. Like, there hasn't been a moment for either team to get any kind of setup because there's just no time. People are coming in off spawns. There are 2 pairs roaming together. It's unbelievable stuff we're seeing.
And it's now 41-39, but we're in favor of Dazed Clan as Brawling has Overshield and Sniper and an extremely full clip to work with here. Enough to make another team scared here. A body shot hitting. We get the BR out for a precision shot to finish that kill there, bringing this game to, I believe it is a 42-42 game here. So we're going to need to see Dazed Clan play off of one another. Both teams right now really starting to, peek and poke and play a lot more aggressive. We need these slays out on the board. Brawling gets 1. Can we see the others fall?
Yeah, we're seeing 2 down now for eDivided. Things are kind of swinging very much in the favor of Dazed Clan here, and with we're definitely in the end game here, and it's gonna be very much I would say eDivided just looking to see if they can get that first pick and get some momentum off of it.
It's all about the damage. We wanna work off that damage we put. Maybe even work off of a duo. Put out that 2v1 situation and work off the damage. But Blitzkrieg here, we are in our nest. We have some damage pushed out. We could work off of this. The sniper in the hands of Brawling, but it is Bob who falls for Dazed Clan, which opens up a little window for eDivided. If they choose to play off of this, this could be game.
Yeah, I mean, it is now just 2, but the thing is as well, you don't want to OE. Oh, and Bandit just does and finds himself in a world of trouble. And Messi's just bypassed the entire team, just walked right past them and got away down to pillars. How did they get away with that? I mean, 46-43 now. I mean, I don't want to say it's anyone's game, but it's, there's still a chance.
Yeah, there's still a chance, but we see the killing spree is coming through, but we do take down that killing spree here. But we need 1 kill for Dazed Clan. 1 pick, 1 kill. Blitzkrieg pushing our top mid, having a teammate meeting him top sandbags. Chocolate finding himself in a 2v1, but we're switch over to Bob, who doesn't get the trade out. We take 1, and it's finally that last kill that comes through for Dazed Clan. And